What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo. Welcome back to Black Ops 3 here in the beta. Prophet looking mighty prestigious as he prowls with that lightning arc gun. I want to show you guys something unique and different here in the beta. Not just a straight up gameplay, but an addition to the franchise that some people seem to be pretty excited for, and I thought we could have fun with, which is the Paint Shop. This is accessed by pressing the menu button, which is the options button on the PlayStation controller. Emblems are locked, calling cards are locked, clan tags are locked, classified is locked and not even revealed, and the gunsmith is locked. But the Paint Shop here is available for customers to go in and peruse and use. So I'm going to take my Arc 7 gun and we're going to make the sweetest looking gun that we possibly can. You can mess with the top, the right side, the left side, 64 layers in total. You've got all sorts of icons you can put on. This one's supposedly a ghost. This one's an alien. I think they should flip those, Treyarch. If you're watching, that's definitely a ghost. That's definitely an alien. This is a monster, though, apparently, and this is the Iron Giant fused with Harry Potter. Anyways, you've got all sorts of things that you can put on. Spiders, bullet shots, praying hands, guns, sunglasses, oddish, masks, armor, all sorts of stuff. Even haha if you want to be really nasty. We've got skulls of all sorts, and then patterns, which I think is pretty cool. You can, of course, expand these to as big as you want, different colors, whatnot. Tools, which are basically shapes that people will probably use to craft different looking stuff, and then type if we want to put our name on there. So I thought we would start off with a pattern here on the first side. Swirl is pretty cool. Diagonals is pretty cool. Hex is cool, but that's kind of a common one. Digital, racing, wicker basket, fade, snakeskin stars, targets. I'm going to go with this diagonals pattern. I think it looks pretty sweet. You've got full control over where you want to put it, and it kind of has a really nice look and feel to it as it rotates over the gun. You can see that it's undulating with the depth and the ebb and flow of the weapon itself. We can make it bigger if we want, all that good stuff. So I'm going to put this pattern and apply it to the full side of the gun here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to remove that. So let's delete this thing. You can actually cut for pasting later if you want to put stuff on the clipboard, which I think is pretty interesting. Let's go with the hex pattern just because it's kind of... no. Cut that again. Which one do we want to put on here? How about... What's this digital? That doesn't look so good. Indecisive. As you could see, you could spend quite a bit of time stuck up in your cubes. That's an interesting take on the hex pattern. I mean, you could put multiple of them if you wanted to go different colors, or you could just make it massively big and have it take up the whole side of the weapon, which I think is pretty cool. So that's what we'll do there. We'll move it down so that it fills up everything. Color picker, you can go through. I love that everything is real time, so it's switching on the fly, and you don't need to worry about, like, oh, let's click the color and then load, or click the color and then see it take effect. Some interesting purples there. You can also go to a color mixer here if you want to get real high and mighty and mess with these numbers and achieve a very specific color. Now, I'm not that coordinated with my wheel of wonder to really pick that, so I'm going to go with something kind of really sweet here. I love some of these blues, so we'll put this on here. Actually, if you go back to the color picker, you can toggle a gradient on, which is kind of interesting. So if you want to like go like blue, this really pretty blue, to like a purple, we could do that. Like this first blue, if we wanted to make it even darker up here, you can see that it gets really interesting as you gradiate these things along. It looks pretty sweet. Blue to purple, maybe not the best, but like blue to orange, kind of, it looks like a creamsicle. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. And then you can slide the gradient if you want to make it all green, if you want the blue to really kind of come through and then dip to green at the end. Let's go with that. That looks pretty sweet right there. So then you can leave that, and of course then you could flip it if you wanted to change up the pattern, which is nice. You can toggle it to an outline, which then makes it look like snowflakes, or back to the cubes. You can also mess the opacity if you want to turn this way down so that it doesn't have as much of an effect on the gun. If you don't want to be like bright and bold and beautiful, standing out like a sore thumb on the battlefield. So we'll turn this down to about 70% right there. And then it's locked in. You can add another layer over there. So you want to put this weird, we know this should be a ghost face on there. You can. So if we want to put this alien face right on the side there, and then make it stand out, we could go with a nice black alien face, which I think looks pretty darn cool. You can toggle the outline on there, which that I think is kind of sick. But we'll go there, and again, we're going to turn the opacity down just a little bit, so it looks pretty sweet. From there, we can move to the other side of the gun. Now, you don't have access to like every part of the weapon. You just have access to the main areas, which I guess is a slight bummer. But let's mess with the right side first, and then we'll add the top for the finale. Like I said, you have type and stuff, so I'm going to write Ghost on this side here. which I think will be pretty cool. And again, you can use 64 layers, so you have lots of options. And that's per side. That's not just per for the entire gun. That's per side you can do this. So you can get really creative, and people are going to probably come up with insanely complex arrangements for their weapons, which I think will be fun to see, and like what ends up being like the craziest, sickest gun that someone's designs. It won't be from me, but if you guys have any of those in the beta or later on, definitely tweet those at me. Twitter.com/GhostRobo. I'll feature some of them if they're really cool. Maybe you can even give me a video clip. This is obviously now wrapping around the side of the gun, so it looks a little bit weird, but I wish it would show up there. It's not, because as you can see, there's no... We could shrink it, I guess. I kind of like it looking giant like that, even though you can't even read it. You could make it outline as well, which is pretty sick. We can't flip everything, but again, you're flipping these. It's just the letter itself. It's not like the entire thing. So that says Ghost, even though it doesn't really look like it. And from there, we'll go in and we'll color pick. You can gradient even these, which is interesting. But as you see, it doesn't... it does look pretty sweet, I guess. Let's do this, kind of like this weird, like, sherbety look, I guess. So we'll go orange, and then I want this to be like a lime green. Okay. And then for the gradient slider, you can do radial gradients. Interesting. So then it's like coming from the center. What's weird with these gradients is they don't look as like fully filled in as the others. Like when I make this like all orange or as much orange as I can, it's not looking as vivid as I would like it to. So I'm going to go back to solid colors, I guess, and we'll just go to solid. I'm going to go, let's go with this like nice golden color here. It is the, what is that? I think we went here. So it's the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one down. It's supposedly orange. Sure looks freaking yellow to me. Am I colorblind or what? Doesn't it definitely look... it looks so yellow. Anyhow, so we'll put all these as yellow. Whoa. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the layer order. You got to be careful. This is a pretty involved system here. So you want to make sure you toggle in and out of every option there. So there we go. We've got Ghost right there on the right-hand side. We could even put a layer behind it. So say we're like, hey, we've got the cubes, you know, on that side. I want to put a lightning bolt through my name, this arc lightning here, and we're going to make it really big. And again, like, you've got full freedom over movement here. I'm going to flip it. Actually, no, we'll put it big here because then the big side will be by the T where you can't even read what it says. And right there, it looks kind of messy, but I'm going to select it. I'm going to move it back to the bottom, which is awesome. Very easy to do. This is a really cool system, and I can see some people getting super into this. And then color picker, we can go and give it, like, again, that kind of teal look behind it. We could even add, if we wanted to, whoa. Let's move that back to the back. Could add another layer if we wanted. So if you want to go with like another lightning bolt, the interesting thing is, like, you're going to want to click that in and see. Here, this one is, the scale is 87, so that's what I want to make this one then. As you're looking to move up, everything is tracked numerically, which is nice, so we'll go to 87. And then we can position this to kind of have like a double lightning effect. Now, I think there's rotate as well. Yeah. So maybe I'll do that with my letters to rotate them and kind of get it even crazier. So from there, we can make that green, or we could go with this teal again, which I think it's that. No, it's that. That one right there. Okay. That doesn't even look like a lightning bolt. So I guess from there, I am going to take that layer and cut it out. So we'll leave that. I'm going to go and see if I rotate some of the letters here. Could I? Oh, I could do this and like make it actually visible. So we're going to shrink it down to a -8. And I'll kind of have it be going off the screen. And you can see the rotation too, so if you want to get real specific, like that's a 352 rotation there. And then you could go over here and like say, hey, I'm going to put that at 352 as well. And we'll move this down a little bit, which I think is really kind of epic. If we did shrink everything to a minus, I think 8, something of that sort. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Like I said, normally I don't get into this kind of customization stuff, but if I am going to invest hardcore into Black Ops 3, which I would like to do, like I mentioned, I think it would be pretty cool to at least deck out my favorite guns however I want them to be. And now you can see, at least we can read our thing. And it's actually easy to get individual numbers. Like if you want to get right at 352, you can do that. The S is kind of large there, which is kind of creeping me out. So let's go back in and change that guy to a -8. Alright, so there's that. Actually, I kind of like the S being big. It makes no sense, but it like fills out the thing better, and we'll just make the T large as well then. Or no, the T will be right there. Alright. Now it says Ghost with a giant S, and I guess the T just is going to look slightly weird here. I could probably do better if I was extra careful. But let's move to the top. So you've got the cool alien, which I call a ghost, and the cubes on the left. You've got the ghost and the bolt. And let's add actually one more layer back there. Let's go with a... let's put this. That's kind of cool. And again, you can toggle the outline, so if you want to fill that in, and then you want to drop this like to the back, that's pretty sick. And now the lightning bolt still has its spot, and we can go in and color pick. And I'm going to go just like crazy pink, I guess, for something pretty freaking vicious. That looks kind of crazy, kind of awesome, but I really like it. And it says Ghost in gold, crazy colors, fits me perfectly. We'll move over to the top, and this part, I think we'll go with more emblems on the top here, more icons as they're called, just because that seems to fit better. Or I mean, we could put patterns if you wanted. There's not a whole lot of patterns. I hope they actually add more of these tools. This is where you'd be able to design like make my logo or make your logo or whatever. But let's throw an icon on the top. Could put that there, or you want a band-aid? La 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 la. What should we put? The silverback gorilla, pirate skull. Let's put a dolphin. Why not? And then you can throw this dolphin on here. And I'm going to put a pattern behind it, I think, as well. So let's go with... Here we're going to put the hex pattern. So I'll put the hex pattern and let that kind of like take... Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. It totally takes over the back of the gun. And you can fill in the entire thing, which is kind of... That's pretty darn hot. I like that a lot. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to make that... well, actually, we're going to use a different option here, which is now the material picker. So now you can get this stuff to be all sorts of different colors. You want it to be like shimmery. We can go up here, I think. Oh, camo isn't available, but right now you could pick like this shimmery stuff. You want to go straight on white. You can pick that material, and then from there you can we can't colorize that material. Okay. That's fine, though. I'm going to go with that. I think that's pretty sweet. And then we're going to throw a dolphin on the top of it, and that'll finish out our gun for the video. This actually took a lot longer than I expected. I thought this would be a super short video, but it's really involved. And some people are going to love that. Some people are going to not love it. But I think it's pretty darn awesome. You can go with that. We can't put like an... Somebody could put like an outline all over it or something. But that doesn't seem... Oh, that's nice. Look at that. And then I really like the clothing company Pink Dolphin, so I think we'll rock that. This outline of this pink dolphin here as my beautiful final touch. As you can see, we got the alien and stuff there. We've got ghosts with the weird designs there. And then the pink dolphin with the galaxy hexes on the top. And I'm done here. I'm going to call this... We'll call this Ghost... Let's see, they know my name. GhostRobo. Let's call it GhostRobo, I guess, for now. And I'll save that, and then you can see we can use this thing as you rotate the gun around. I've got 31 slots that I can create. I don't know if it's per gun. No, it's 31 total slot. Man, this gun looks like it's already been painted. It's a pretty sweet design for that HVK 30. Anyways, the Arc 7 now has the GhostRobo stored in that. We can get out of here, and then I believe when we go create a class, you can go in here, pick your gun, and it should be, you can personalize it with paint jobs, and I've got the GhostRobo, so I'll throw that on there. And now my gun is mine. Prophet is feeling a whole lot more proud as he rocks my gun. Did I not save that? Let's see. Paint job, GhostRobo. Boom. Beautiful. All right. Lovely. Lovely. Let's do this thing. All right, so my custom slot is saved, and it should be personalized. Beautiful. Let me know what you think of this custom paint shop. New feature here in Black Ops 3. If you make some of your own in the beta, definitely send them to me on Twitter or link me to a video of it, and I'd love to see some of the coolest ones and maybe even put them in a video if they're really well done. Make sure to hit that like button if you want more Black Ops 3 action. I'll be giving away more codes later in the week. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. Drink so much, y'all. Until next time, everybody, I love you all, and we'll see you all later.